YouTube? This is Vargas recording still from the Vargas Vault. Back again with another part of these collection pickup videos. Now, I'm going to space this as much as I can so I make sure they're videos. But I have a bunch of stuff that I've accumulated, and I hope I'm not forgetting something, because that would suck if I'm forgetting something. But did the action figure, so now I'm going to do other random stuff. I put classic 54 Godzilla there, 70s Godzilla there, 90s Godzilla there. Really proud again of that tail. I know the materials I used are not top quality, but I like how it looks. I like how it turned out. Just need to repaint those scales. That does kind of bug me, but I need anyway. But I wanted to share the other stuff that I've picked up in these weeks since I've recorded the last pickup video. Now, I mentioned this before. I am an old man stuck in my old ways. I like physical media. I know a lot of people that have given up on physical media entirely. And to be fair, I get why. Owning a lot of stuff takes up a lot of space. And personally, I know that I've had arguments with the wife regarding the stuff that I own, because I own so much, and every once in a while I add a bunch of more stuff to the collection. So it does tend to pile up. So I understand why some people would give up on physical media, but I like physical media. I like owning stuff. I like knowing that it's real, that it's something I can grab and read and stuff. So I still pick up CDs. So yeah, to the best of my knowledge, I picked up the first CD of No Doubt. If it's not, well, I'll apologize. I apologize, but to the best of my knowledge, it's the first CD that they made. No Doubt is definitely not one of my favorite bands, but I do like their music. I like the 90s feel that they project. So I picked that one up because I thought it was cool. The next CD I pick up, I know I give this artist a lot of grief because, when she started her career, she was a songwriter. She actually wrote songs, and like any good songwriter, the songs told a story. But ever since she bleached her hair blonde and got too deep into the pop music, the songs have not been that good, in my opinion. But this one was okay, and it's She-Wolf or Loba. It has the 10 songs that the CD came, but this one has bonus tracks, so it bumps it up to 16. So this one kind of tells a story. Debatable which one tells it best, whether it's the English or the Spanish version. Because to me it feels like the English version is how she meant to write it, and then she just made up something else for the Spanish one. But both are cool. It has a nice beat. So this one is not that bad. This one I picked up because it has a bunch of themes from horror movies. Debatable whether they're good horror movies, but it is what it is. But it's called Pure Horror, a compilation of original score themes from Artisan Entertainment horror movies. So it has music from Blair Witch, which is really good. Book of Shadows, Blair Witch Project 2, which is not so good. Soul Survivors, not that good. Sir of Echoes, that one's good. Candyman 3, Day of the Dead. Questionable why they went with Candyman 3 and not Candyman 1. And Wishmaster 2, which is good, but, well, actually the first and the second one are good, so. But yeah, it's pure horror. It has a bunch of themes from those movies. So, why not? Also came through some anime. Picked up Escaflowne Original Soundtrack Volume 2. Escaflowne was a really good anime that they would pass in the afternoons or on Saturdays. Ooh, now I don't remember. But they would pass on Fox, and I thought it was really good. It was a fantasy adventure with a giant mech, and right then I was sold. They canceled it, so they didn't have a proper resolution, but I've since bought it on DVD, and the last volume has the resolution of the series, so that was cool. I remember the score to that was really cool. This one, I've yet to come across someone that knows about it, but I have the DVD, so why not get the soundtrack? And this is Iria Seiram the Animation original soundtrack. It's a sci-fi space mech anime, so again, sold there. And this one I picked up because I've always been interested in playing Dungeons and Dragons. But here in Mexico, I don't know anyone that plays it. I don't know any dungeon masters. I don't know anyone that runs campaigns. I know of a group, but they play at hours that I can't get out of work to actually be a part of. But back when he actually did the videos, I would listen to Spoonie's Counter Monkey, and that was a video series that Spoonie, the Spoonie one, would do, where he would talk about his experience role playing with Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons or LARPs or something like that. So I always found that very interesting, the dynamic. It sounds complicated as hell, but yeah, this is Dungeons and Dragons original role-playing soundtrack, Midnight Syndicate. So it has a whole bunch of music that you could use if you want to role-play, and I thought that was really interesting. Maybe one day I'll play Dungeons and Dragons, and now I might. I'll get to that. The only video game I've bought, picked up Pokemon for the Nintendo 3DS, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and this is a remake of Ruby and Sapphire that came out on the Game Boy Advance with the graphic engine of Pokemon YNC. So it has very little 3D, but they update everything, and now you can collect cosplays for Pikachu, which is weird. And of course, some of the Pokemon have Mega Evolutions. So it sounds really interesting. I love Pokemon. If you know me personally, or you follow my channel, or you follow me through social media, you know I can't get enough Pokemon. I still need to get the DS versions. I don't own Heart Silver or Soul. No, it's Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Pokemon Black and White, or Pokemon Black and White 2. And for the 3DS, I'm still missing Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun. So there's a lot of Pokemon out there, but yeah, I can only come across some of it cheap. Also, I really envy people at Dollar Tree that find a lot of movies and Blu-rays. Every time I go to Dollar Tree, I don't find anything. The only one I've ever found is Hobo with a Shotgun for Macabro, but I found this, and again, I was debating whether or not to allow Macabro to talk about it. But this is a book called The Fifth Petal, and I was sold on the premise that has here on the spine. It says it's about a murder mystery set in Halloween, so sold right there, in the town of Salem. Interest peaked, involving a coven of possibly witches. So yeah, I was sold on that right there. And for $1, it might not be good, it might be good, but I buy it because it's Halloween murder mystery in Salem involving witches. So yeah. While I am trying to get rid of, well, not rid of, so that I don't want to do that, but while I am trying to streamline the vault, because with 2 kids, myself and the wife, things start to pile up, so my stuff tends to take up more space, so I need to streamline everything. But we are still buying board games, because we do want, the intention of buying board games is to play those with our kids when they're old enough, so they are not bound to cell phones and social media and stuff like that. Basically, have activities with our kids that they can share, and we can interact with them, and like we used to do it back in the day. Like my parents used to do that with me and my brothers sometimes. We would play stuff between us and interact and talk and do that kind of stuff. So me and the wife are buying board games. If you've been catching up with my videos, you know that. But I do want to give specific, if I find the time, I want to give reviews on this. But a board game I picked up because it's a Disney board game, but it involves the villains. And again, was debating whether or not to let Macabro talk about this because he's the horror villain guy. But it's Disney, it's board games, it's my channel. I took it from him. But this is Villainous, The Worst Takes All, and this is, I've never seen this where it's a board game where you play as the villain. You usually play as the hero, but this is the villain. And you have these villains: Captain Hook, Maleficent, Jafar, Queen of Hearts, King John, and Ursula. These two are weird. I would put different villains here, but whatever. And the goal is that each villain has their own thing they want to achieve, but the villains can sabotage them. So whoever gets their goal first wins. So I want to do an unboxing and a review of this, but I just wanted to share it here because I like it, and I've never seen a game involving the villains. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this was not planned, I bought this first from Movie Freak Bazaar, and I was like, because he had it in his album, and I was like, I've always been interested in Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't know anyone that plays it. I don't know any DMs, don't know anything. But I want to pick it up because the songs sound cool. And then when I found the Villainous board game, I found this, and this is the Dungeons and Dragons starter set. This is Dungeons and Dragons has released and revised itself through the years. This is 5th edition. So this is the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and from what I've researched, basically they streamline everything so it plays faster, and you just set everything up and play. And this one has dice, 6 die, the adventure module, which is called well, it doesn't say. The Minds of something. I don't know. But it comes with an adventure module, rulebook, and 5 character sheets for pre-generated characters, because they want to make everyone fair. But I want to print out blank character sheets so that everyone can roll their own game. I always, like I said, wanted to get into Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't know anyone. Now that I have this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm afraid this is a gateway to get into something even more geeky, other than comic books, video games, movies, and the like. But yeah, I'll give this a chance. Maybe I'll play with my family, and maybe they'll like it, and we'll roleplay, and it will be awesome. Something to share together. But I also want to do a review on that. So yeah, that was the things that I've picked up. Nice, diverse things. Got some CDs, got some video games, got some books, got some board games. Bunch of cool stuff, I think. But yeah, really excited to do reviews on the board games. A lot of board games that I buy, I want to do reviews, but I need time to get to them. But yeah, this is the end of this video. I got one more video to record for you guys. But till then, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas, still recording from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all, and signing out.